Yo, what's good homies? My name's Josh Armenden and you're watching Josh's Happiness. Now if you're a new viewer to my channel, nice to meet you. Basically I'm converting a van with the right kind of style that suits me, and then I'm gonna go and road trip. Now the idea of this van is that it's just a sleeping base and a cotching space, like a chill out space. It's not gonna have anything water based, so I'm not gonna have like a sink, like a kitchen or a toilet. And that will allow me to still have to interact with my surroundings, I suppose. So everywhere I go, every town that I stop in, every city I stop in, I still have to go out and find somewhere to eat. I still have to go and use restrooms. Therefore, it will allow me to interact a lot more with people rather than just locking myself away, which I've kind of done these last few years. I'm going to try and go against that and appreciate every day of my existence. So welcome to my channel, and make sure you go back and watch all my other videos. I've done like a whole series on Louis Cole's bus build. That was the beginning of all this, and it's really inspired me to move forward and live my dream and live a life away from doing what everybody else does, I suppose, like the norm. All the electrics that I'm going to be doing in my van are going to be to a high professional level and quality. I'm going to show you now some of the bits and pieces that I've bought for my van. A couple of videos ago took you through the buying process of all these bits. Today I'm going to be doing the electrics themselves. So it's kind of the finishing stage. I've got to do a load of painting and stuff afterwards, but we're pretty much there in the van now. I can get it through its MOT and I can hit the road and start living what I perceive as being my dream, I suppose. I'm going to be going with a antique vintage style to match all of the walls and the shabby chic cabinet. So I've gone for, these are called metal clad sockets. They actually come with fronts, but I'm just going to use the back boxes. Antique, dimmer switch. This is for LEDs. If you're putting LEDs in your van, your house, whatever, and you want to be able to dim them, to begin with you need to make sure they're dimmable lamps, and you need to buy a dimmable LED unit. I think it stops the flicker, something like that. Anyway, got a lamp holder. These are like brushed brass. These will screw directly onto metal conduit. I'm doing everything in metal conduit, you'll see. Don't go anywhere. And probably the most exciting bit is going to be these lamps. So these lamps are LED. I think they're about 5 watt. And they've got like a spiral effect. And they're dimmable. They're dimmable. These are dimmable. Collection of different boxes for the conduit. I've got 3 lengths of... Just drop that, that's probably bent. Oh well. Rustic. Couple of lengths of 20mm galv conduit. But before we get into the electrics, I'm going to show you what I've been doing the last few days. I haven't made any videos. I've just been trying to get everything done and ready because this process has just taken so long. I've got to juggle it with earning money. I'm going to have to go and do that for another month now before I can hit the road. So I'm going to show you these bits before we crack on. Hopefully you like them. If you don't, get off my channel. I'm joking. Yeah, so I've made some storage units out of old pallets. Nice, huh? And I put some holes in them just to keep that kind of old feel. I'm gonna probably fire these or paint them white, like the white that's on that. And these slide right down in. That is satisfying as hell. I'm gonna make like some handles, probably out of rope or something. I made another one around here. Let me show you this. So there's another one here. This actually goes right the way back, and then this is enough space for me to put my toolbox in. So this one's a little bit fatter. So again, this comes out. Made of pallets as well. Same kind of effect, so holes all the way through it. Stoked. Now this floor, you know when you're like ill and you go online, or you think you're ill and you go online and you try and diagnose yourself and you think that you're going to die of something terrible? Well, similar scenario. I've had a mattress on my floor, well, my mum's floor, not my mum's bedroom floor, that would be weird. A floor in one of the rooms at my mum's house for the last 2 years, and I've never had a damp problem, a mould problem, anything like that. And that's probably because the water pipes go under the floor, like the hot water pipes, and the heat rises, so the mattress can always stay dry. But in a van in England, cold air will circulate a lot more, and there's less chance of that damp being able to escape, I suppose. So I think what I might have to do with this floor is take out some of these boards and then like route into these boards or this one and put some slats in. I mean, at the end I'll cut the ends of the scaffold boards off so it still looks like the scaffold board's there, and you'll never know because there'll be a mattress there, so it still looks like it's a scaffold floor, but some of it will be pallet slats, so it kind of allows the mattress to breathe. I think I'm just going to bite the bullet and do it. I don't want to, and I might actually save on a bit of weight as well. I can imagine this van's starting to weigh quite a bit now. But who cares? It's still part of the fun of it. You only live once. One of the main jobs still is to get another one of those bases, put some rad seats in the front of it, like some leather seats or something. I don't want to buy leather seats, but they're probably going to be the best option because they clean easily. And then after that, I'm going to make a centre console, put a sub in the bottom of it so I keep the sounds. And that's pretty much about it. Got to paint this gloss white. I made like a little infill here to fill the gap up. Nice bit of angle there, Josh. Cushy. That's pretty much it, really. And then I can hit the road. I'm going to get some coilovers which like lower the van. They're like adjustable shocks, white wall tyres, bits and pieces like that. Make the van look rad. Step 1. Tape measure. Measure. Measure twice, cut once. That's what my dad always taught me. So after my measure up, my first bend is done after about probably 3 attempts and 1 waste of a bit of tube. So this is the finished bend. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 bends in it, just so it matches that corner of the van. Effort. Effort. So next is going to be using this thing, which is called a stock and die set. It's basically got a tool in it that cuts thread. Then I can cut the thread on the end of my bit of tube, and then I can use a coupler, which is made of galvanised steel, and then a brass bush, which I can use to thread into it, and that will hold my box to my bit of conduit, or the other way around, my bit of conduit to my box. Yo, new day, change of glasses, got myself some cable. Today I'm putting the cable in the conduit that I did the last 2 days. It's all done. Check it out. It looks sick. We've got like a bit of a light going on here, light going on there, loop the loop light going on there. It's come out really well and I'm stoked. I've spent my morning adjusting my lampshades. The top pieces are missing, as you can see. I will show you those when the paint's finished drying. For now, let's put some cables in. Just going to quickly run through the system that's going to be on my van. As you can see, I have a solar panel sitting here. That solar panel was given to me for free by my dad. Thank you very much, Dad, if you're watching. What a legend. To get stuff for free is probably the best part about building something. If you can save money, I suppose you can justify doing it more, I suppose, maybe, I don't know. Anyway, unless money's no issue, which in my case it certainly is an issue. This solar panel is literally just going to top up my battery bank a little bit when there's light. Obviously, being in England, inconsistency in light is quite a common thing. Solar panel isn't always the best option. Just a little pointer there. Next of all, we have battery to battery link. So the van battery will be charged by alternator, and all the time it's charging, it will charge the leisure battery when I'm driving up the road, when the van's ticking over. More when it's driving up the road, higher RPM, the more the alternator spins, the more charge it puts out. So these are the cables for it here. This will link between the two batteries. This goes to the front of the van, to the battery. Then I'm going to have two isolators here. One's going to be for battery to battery, the other one's going to be for inverter to battery, so 12 volts to 230 volts. Now, the reason you have those two isolators is because when you are using the electrics in your van, you don't want to be draining the battery on the van itself. You only want to be draining your leisure battery. So you turn the isolator off, it cuts that link between the batteries. Next of all, the next isolator is there because you want to be able to isolate the inverter pulling 230 volts off 24 volts from your leisure battery while you're driving up the road, to allow that battery to charge to 100%, so it has nothing been drawn off it basically. Next of all, you're going to have hookup. So you have the option to plug in like a generator, or to park up in a campsite or at somebody's house and pull a lead out from their house and plug it into your van. So between my inverter and my electrics in the van, which is this socket down here, I'm going to have two 16 amp blue commando sockets, one male, one female. The male one will come off the electrics from the van, and the female one will sit on the inverter, which is linked to the leisure battery. That allows you to take a blue female commando socket off your generator from your house and plug it directly into your van, and it gives you free electric, if you're not paying for it, I suppose. When I've installed all the systems, I will run you through everything again so you have a better understanding of things, and I can show you each thing and what it does. So your job is to stay subscribed forever, so you find out each stage of this camper van and my road trip, because it's going to be so much better than any of this build process, unless you just like build videos. Trick of the trade: always pull your cables in from the most furthest point. Trick of the trade: always pull your cables in from the furthest point of tube work or trunking, whatever, because it will make your life easier. That would be what anybody normal would do. If you don't do it that way, again, probably a little bit weird. Just I just broke the f***ing lamp. I just broke the lamp. Ugh. Means I'm gonna have to go and get another one of these now. That is a pain in the arse, that is. What a pain in the arse. Oh well, it's about another 11 quid, so I'm not going to put the shade on it. I'm gonna do the other light, because that should technically still work. The glass around the outside's broken, the LEDs haven't. So I'll leave that for the moment and I'll buy another one, just so you can see what it looks like. Let's do the other side, and I'm going to be a lot more careful this time.
And I'm out of here.
Right, all wired in. Got my 16 amp commando socket on the end of here. Got a 13 amp plug on it at the moment, just in case it does trip the electric, so I don't trip out the whole of the place where I am. So I'm going to plug this in here. Oh, hasn't tripped yet. Gonna turn this on. Oh, it's on. Right, are the lights gonna work? As we press the button. Oh my god, they come on. You've got the whole combination going on of like the antique sockets. You've got like the vintage light fittings going on there with the LED dimmable lamps. And then you've got obviously like the industrial feel of the conduit. I think it really ties in nice. Over here as well, so you've got the LED lamps. Looks so good. And then you've got the whole combination again of the conduit coming on here. And I kind of like try to split it up as well, so that you've got different light fittings doing different things. So that's like a loop-the-loop, even though I did get a couple of dings in it. But trying to do a loop-the-loop is like, you can't do that on a bender. I had to like take the bender apart just to get this loop out. And then you've just got one that comes around on a bit of an angle. And then you've got this light fitting here, which is almost like a centerpiece of my shabby chic cabinet. Just going to make sure that my socket works. So let's just plug this into here. There you go. Bright as anything. She works a dream. Let's turn it off. So that's the first kind of initial end to a video of my van being at a good level of done. I need to now go and work for a month, earn a bit more money because I've pretty much nearly run out, buy like my decent double mattress, sort the floor out where I need to slat it, paint some stuff, buy the bits for the van which are getting mechanically sound, get it for an MOT. Soon as it's on the road, within like a month, I'll have enough money, I think, don't hold me to it, to kind of do like a few road trips. Maybe go up north a bit in England, like the UK. It's almost surreal, really. I'm a bit excited to take it to the next level. It's almost a little bit daunting. I feel like right now, like I felt when I first travelled on my own, when I went to Thailand. I landed, I had no itinerary, and I thought to myself, what the hell have you done? Or like, what's the next step? And I feel a bit like that now, kind of like, I've done all this work and I now need to very carefully pace myself to the next step to make it work for, you know, my happiness, really. I don't want to throw myself too much into the deep end, but at the same time I don't want to pre-plan too much. So maybe you can give me some suggestions in the comments as to what to do next with my van. Like where to go, you know, what's the journey to take? Do I go and hit Europe straight away? Do I just stay in the United Kingdom? Thank you very much for watching this video. And if you've been a viewer like through every single video of mine up to this point, thank you so much for having faith in me and following my journey. And I can't wait to take this content to the next level and show a more personal side to Josh rather than just building buses and vans Josh. So thank you very much for watching this video. Make sure that you hit the thumbs up if you've enjoyed it, all of the above. So, you know, subscribe if you haven't, click the bell to get notified. Check me out on Instagram to get like the behind the scenes stuff that you don't get on YouTube. I do whack a impromptu video and picture up there every now and again. And yeah, my name's Josh Hammondon, you're watching Josh's Happiness, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace.